Hey guys, I've been doing a lot of these sort of outside kind of report from the day, and I've been meaning to do a little bit more as far as getting more content, but then I realized that there's not that much that changes from one day to the next. So I thought, maybe I could just use this time to pass along at least a little bit of advice on some of the strategies that I not only use now, but that I started using, when I originally started this journey. And even though it's taken me a while to get from point A to point B, at several different points along the way, I felt like I'd made significant progress. And at that point, when you start getting some positive feedback from people that you haven't seen for a while, and they're telling you that you look really good and that you've lost a lot of weight, that's really a good indication that you're definitely on the right track. But the one thing to remember is that no matter how sort of validated you are and where you're at, even if it's just 5 pounds or 10 pounds or someone says you look better, sometimes we use that as an excuse to kind of give ourselves a break and to quit pushing ourselves. So even at this stage, one of the office admins that I work with, she complimented me and she said I looked really good, and she basically, it was a really cool compliment, really nice, and but her thing was, you don't want to waste away, like you don't want to get any smaller, like you look perfect the way you are, kind of thing. But whatever. The only reason I say that is because my personal goal and the system that I'm currently using, I expect to produce results that are going to get me to that next level. So no matter what your own personal level is, and no matter how validated you feel by where you're at right now, there's no reason to stop. Because remember, this is a lifestyle change. This is something that is going to hopefully continue on for you for the duration of your life. So many times we approach health and fitness as if it's this diet that we're going to just have to knock out for the next 12 weeks, and then we're going to be at our goal, and then at that point in time we can revert back to eating. And sometimes that mentality, that those thoughts that we have are just so mistaken, because that's not really the way it works. We know that. Deep down we know that's not the way it works, but we think we can do it for just 12 weeks. Well, how many friends have you had, and how many people do we know that have lost a lot of weight and that have put it back on? It's because they didn't transition any of those positive habits into a lifestyle, into a routine. So that's part of the problem. Anyway, so that's my little lecture for the evening. I hit the gym, had chest tonight, worked it pretty hard. I pushed myself harder than I normally do, in an effort to try and really get some of those muscles sort of to that next level. And for me at this point, it's basically just trying to shed the extra fat and prioritize some of what I am eating into rebuilding muscle versus into storing as fat or even just using as fuel. So anyway, we'll chat soon and see you on the backside.
Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. It's home from work I go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
Oh, I see him.
It's home from work I go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Who had some treats that are on the counter?
Hey, I've been working this last week and a half to really sort of take my fitness to the next level. I thought, hey, I've got a straight shot for a couple weeks when I can really just crush this out and just knock it out of the park. Without any sort of interruptions, no sort of going out to eat type events, anything else that really would have messed me up. Now, I actually did pretty well, and I'm still doing pretty well. It's Saturday, so a week ago Saturday, I won't say I derailed, because I didn't. I stayed on track that Saturday, and Sunday was a bit more of a derailment than I wanted, and it was about 4,500 calories in after all is said and done. Now, I stayed away from the refined sugars or the refined carbohydrates and the sugars, the simple sugars. I stayed pretty much away from those, but I went a little bit too overboard with the overall calorie count. Knocked me off on my Monday. And I think psychologically it knocked me off for the Tuesday, or the Monday and the Tuesday, because Tuesday I got to a point where I ended up having to stay up late for like this 1 a.m. recording that I had to do because it was in a different time zone. I'm here in Australia, and that usually happens that way. But in any case, I stayed up for this recording, and my willpower was just basically on empty. I was running on fumes, and I kind of crashed a little bit. So fast forward, made a recovery, good recovery on Wednesday, and so that's one of the secrets, is being able to just get back on track as soon as possible. It doesn't matter what happens, when it happens, get back on track as soon as possible. So I did do that. I made it through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now it's Saturday again. This morning, pretty low body fat percentage, and my weight, not including when I did the 4-day fast, is actually at the lowest it's been since high school, to be honest. So made some really good progress in that regard. And then now I'm on Saturday and I'm on Sunday. But the difference between this Sunday and last Sunday, what I've done is I'm going to do the intermittent fasting. I'm not going to eat till the evening in this case, and I'm going to put down 3,000 calories in 4 to 5 hour max sitting. Now, I know that seems a little bit crazy, but psychologically I got to have my simple sugar. So I'm just going to see really this week what happens when I take that step. So we'll go from there. We'll do the 3,500 calories, even though that's probably about 1,000 calories over what my daily, what it takes to maintain this. It's probably about 2,400 to 2,700 calories a day, not including the days when I say do hill sprints or go for a slightly longer run or something like that. But whatever that ends up being for me at this point, I'm going to do 3,500 calories. I'm not going to worry about the macro content. I'm just going to eat my refined whatever and see where I'm at Monday morning and get a head start to see if I can jump through and have a breakthrough sometime by sometime by Thursday or maybe Friday at the very latest. See if I can't knock that out. But no matter what the scenario is, I'm going to keep going. So again, you don't base your progress and whether or not you keep going on just what the scale says and just what your body fat percentage measurement is. So that's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, we'll catch you in just a couple minutes and I'll update you throughout the day. Hey guys, fast forward about a week later. We did this recipe last Sunday. Today's Saturday, and by way of an update, I'm doing fine on the weight and on the body fat percentage. I'm going to stay on track today. I'm going to stay on track tomorrow, but as I mentioned just previously, I'm going to do a 3,500 calorie. I'm going for some sugar. I'm going for whatevs, and I'm doing that tomorrow. So it'll be significantly better than my normal 6,000 plus calorie carb day when I just eat whatever, but I am going to limit it down to just that small window of time. I'm going to still do intermittent fasting. I'm going to keep it at 3,500 calories and then we'll go from there. But what I wanted to show you while I got you here is, remember last week we made that fathead dough. So I made it a little bit thinner this time, and I actually heated up the stone before I put that on, and I went straight onto the stone instead of via the wax paper or the baking paper. So a little bit more cleanup, but I got to clean that stone anyway. You got to wash that off after you're done. But in this case, it looks like that worked a little bit better. It looks like I've got a crispier texture, and looks like, again, you see that it's kind of almost a little bit burned in some areas because I didn't get the consistency quite uniform throughout. But in any case, I anticipate this being a little bit crispier as far as the texture. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll check in just a few minutes. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Phatbri here. And I'm hanging out on a Saturday here at the house, and Saturdays and Sundays are a little bit different because you're out of your normal routine. You're not on your Monday through Friday schedule. So you've got a little bit of a different approach in how you eat, what you choose to eat. And especially if you're the kind of guy that's like in my case, I'm a dad and I've got the kids at home. So the pantry and the cupboards are all full of foods that most likely would set me back from achieving my goal. Even though they're foods that are okay for the kids are still growing, they're doing their thing. They're not necessarily unhealthy foods, but if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to stay fit and stay focused on your goals, they represent as sort of a bit of a temptation to have those foods around the house. So really what this is about is making a decision and making a commitment at the first part of the day and sticking with that commitment throughout. And one of the ways that I've found to really help me with that is to put all of my meals into MyFitnessPal so that I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm going to eat and when. I've got a plan in place, and then when other stuff comes around, then I know I'm not eating that or I'm not eating this. I know what I'm going to serve or feed to my kids a little bit later throughout the day, so they can do what they're going to do and all that good stuff. Anyway, long story short, basically, I'm in the situation I'm in today. I did a mini workout this morning. I'm going to do a mini workout here during the lunch hour, meaning I'm just going to go out and jump rope for a few minutes. I'm going to do some heavy lifting this afternoon. I'm going to hit the gym, and I'm on legs today, so never skip leg day. I'm not skipping a day. I'll be out hitting the gym pretty hard this afternoon, and then I'll start eating after that. So I will be doing sort of a fasted workout, not including those few cheese chip, fathead, cheese chip things that we just barely made. So I did have a few of those. I did count them in MyFitnessPal, but they're there. So, but all in all, basically my glucose stores are pretty low right now, so I should be mostly burning fat at this point. Haven't eaten much today aside from that, and I've been drinking my yerba mate. So I'm scheduled for a good workout today, a good day to stay on track, and I'm gonna see if I can really hit it hard today, and hopefully have a breakthrough by tomorrow morning. We'll see, and then we'll report in. All right, guys, it's been putting this off long enough. Decided to have a little 30-minute nap, or at least a 20-minute nap, and now I'm off to the gym. I'm gonna hit legs today, never skip leg day, and we'll go from there. And just let everyone else know at the gym who is showing up today. Hint, it's me. There it is. I'd say legs aren't doing too bad. Got a couple of veins popping right across the front there. Anyway, not too shabby.